Cricbuzz Comm box in the 35th over. Despite the loss of Babar-Imam, Pakistan still looking good for maybe not quite that 400 plus that we were looking at, but certainly a total that they could look at in terms of winning this game, which should also be a priority for them.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I think Babar-Imam will feel a little hard done there. Worked really hard for that 96 and looked really fluent. Unfortunate he had to get out. I thought there was a slight spike there. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed it, but I may be wrong. But
a murmur, if you could call it that, yeah.
But not a big spike, but just like a murmur, yeah. You know, but I don't know if that's counted as a nick, because the way he went up immediately, I thought, you know, definitely there's something there. But yeah, I think Imam's batting really well, so I think his job will be to hold one end up for Pakistan and make sure that, you know, the others can revolve around him. So Mohammad Hafeez batting with him right now, so he needs to go after the bowling for them to get anywhere close to 300, 350.
Yeah, I was sitting with Zahir in the 15th over on Cricbuzz Comm box, and he suggested, and he's normally very conservative about changes in batting orders, and he said, no, I would be happy to see Haris Sohail come ahead of Mohammad Hafeez if they really are looking to pack a punch, or they send Hafeez out with instructions.
Yeah, I think Hafeez is definitely probably out with some instructions to go after the bowling. I think the stage is set right. Last 15 overs, they're at 190.
Just touching 200.
Almost 200.
Yeah.
And so I think they can really, you know, give themselves a chance to get 100, 130, 140 runs in the last 15 overs. And if they do, then, you know, game on.
Game on for sure. What about the Bangladesh bowling? We saw it early on when Mehdi Hasan Miraj had opened the bowling. He's still been very impressive. Look at that. Almost bowled his full quota of 10 overs. He's just gone for 2.87. So they've found enough areas to score. They haven't gone off to someone who's been bowling well, but they've had enough at the other end. Shakib Al Hasan too has been tight.
Shakib, as usual, has been tight. I think Murtaza is using Hussain to kind of finish that fifth bowler option. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Shaifuddin will be happy with the fact that he's picked up 2 wickets. Mehdi Hasan has been extremely impressive. But so they'll have to use Shakib pretty wisely right now, because even in the death he can be a good bowler. So, you know, do they want to use him in the death as well in the 43rd to the 47th over in those last 3 overs? I don't know how they're gonna what Mashrafi is gonna do, but it'll be interesting to see who bowls in the death for Bangladesh.
One factor, one X factor once again for them, and throughout the tournament we've seen it with the fizz. Just when you tend to write him off halfway through a game, he's been the most expensive bowler so far. But when he comes back in that second spell, you've seen how lethal he's been. He's got a 5-for and picked it up in that the bulk of it in that second spell against India.
He did pick up, I think, 3 or 4 wickets, I think, in those death overs. But he's been bowling extremely well in the death. But so, you know, you want your best bowlers to be bowling in the death, who can handle the pressure, who can really control that stage in the innings. So, you know, it really depends on what Mashrafi is thinking, and I hope he's got his 2 best bowlers ready to bowl the last 6-7 overs for him.
Now, I posed the question to Zahir, I'll pose it to you. Do you see, other than Haris Sohail, do you maybe even see them telling Wahab Riaz to go and do what he does best?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're batting first, so, you know, throw the kitchen sink at it while you can.
And once that kitchen sink does go, or everything but the kitchen sink, depending on which way you look at it, are they now going to start to say that, listen, with 10 overs to go, I know we're trying to win the game, can we sneak towards 400? Get close.
I think 400 would be a huge ask. You need one guy to go, like, from both. No, I think you need one guy to bat through the innings and go positively, like through the whole course of the innings, or have 2 guys going at it all the time. They can try to do that now, but will it come off? Will it work? Seeing Pakistan the way they've played and the way they are at this point in time, I think they'd rather be happy with 350 than to go with 400.
And if you go too hard at 400, you could lose your 352.
Yeah, I think they want to focus on 340, 350.
But
that should be the focus.
Clearly what their focus is going to be. They've had a drinks interval at the 35th over, which means it's the perfect time for them to reassess. Message from Safraz as to who's coming out next. He himself will have a role to play, Haris Sohail, Wahab Riaz. So enough in there, but it'll be interesting to see. And Bangladesh, the way they've been playing, their attitude, they'll feel like chasing anything down.